It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.
Hey guys, Tyler here. It is no surprise that the religious right goes after media all the time. For example, I'm a 90s kid, and during the 90s, I do in fact have vague memories of the religious right going after Pokemon, going after Harry Potter, and of course, they went after video games as well.
One MIT study of more than 800 video game players found no basis in fact for an underlying fear expressed by parents during public hearings that video games lead to violence. Though a conclusive study has yet to be conducted, Boston went ahead with its restrictive rules. The industry plans to fight City Hall in court. There have been skirmishes before as smaller communities acted, but now a full-scale battle has been joined between the video game industry and its opponents.
A horrifying possibility for parents who can't believe the game makers are fantasizing about decapitation and murder.
I don't think they'll have this at home, no.
You don't think so?
A little bit too violent.
You look a little startled.
Yeah, it's a little too violent, I think.
That's pretty bad. That's just plain gross.
Furthermore, advanced technology allows digitized video of real martial arts actors, making the action look real and not as cartoony. In fact, Mortal Kombat so shocked the managers at a nationwide arcade chain that they tried a sanitized version of the game. Instead of chopping the opponent's head off, he simply disappears. Sales dropped 40%.
They came up and said, what'd you do to the game? It's no fun anymore.
Kids are saying chill out to worried parents.
I think TV personally influences more than a video game. A video game is a video game.
The bottom line, parents wonder if kids can separate fantasy from the real thing.
Wait until they get out in a situation where they're fighting, and then they'll think about this and try to make it real.
For this particular story, it seems as though that Texas want to go after anime. And so the question then becomes, well, geez, Tyler, why exactly are you saying that Texas want to go after anime? It says right here, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, statement on the anonymous passage of Senate Bill 20, stopping AI-generated child pornography. As Texas entered the digital age, our state must be very careful about our approach to artificial intelligence. With the proliferation of AI-generated pornography, steps must be taken to protect Texans and especially children from harmful computer-generated content and the crimes that arise from it. I name SB 20 as a priority because Texas law must do more to eliminate all types of child pornography and stop the crimes that result from it. SB 20 keeps Texans up to date with advantages in technology and cuts up any loopholes in the law to protect our kids. I thank Senator Flores for his diligent work to address this important issue. Senate Bill 20 by Senator Pete Flores created a new state felony offense for the possession or promotion of obscene visual material that appears to depict a child younger than 18 years old, regardless of whether the depiction is of an actual child, cartoon, or animation, or image created using AI or other computer software. First and foremost, let's be very, very clear. I'm against the distribution of child pornography. And the main reason why is because not only is the child being exploited for profit, but also the child also suffer directly as a result of said production. And so child pornography is not at all free speech in the slightest because of said reasons. And also when it comes down to AI-generated technology, I would also agree that realistic images of such material should also be banned too. That being said, I'm really, really concerned about the wording when it says that cartoons need to also be banned because of obscenity laws. And the main reason why I would say that is largely because sometimes with the case of anime, they have ambiguous characters that might look like a minor, but not necessarily a minor. Or in some cases, they use stuff as a way for humor or to advance a storyline. Now, one of the most famous animes out there by far is Dragon Ball. And everybody pretty much knows that for the case of Dragon Ball, one ongoing joke that is actually used is the fact that Mr. Roshi is actually a pervert. And so because Master Roshi is actually a pervert, there's many gags of him trying to go after women. However, in the original Dragon Ball, right, there is this one particular scene in which he goes after Bulma, who was like still a minor at the time, to actually show her panties. And yeah, according to Texas law, that pretty much would be illegal.
Thinking about the last time I saw you. You wore that bunny suit, remember? Remember? Why don't you go put it on?
Thank you! I didn't know you could be so nice.
Could you do a nice man a favor? Would you squeeze into that tight little shirt I got you and show off your curves a bit more? You've made some pretty big improvements, that's for sure.
Dirty old man!
Another example of this would be the case of Naruto. And the main reason why I would say that is because for the case of Naruto, what they do have are like a lot of gags in which Naruto used Shadow Clone Jutsu and actually transform into a naked woman or women's. And so yeah, basically Naruto in that particular scenario is a minor, but turns to an adult for laughs.
Transform!
Huh? Gotcha! That's my sexy jutsu!
Cut the stupid tricks! This is your last warning!
Now, according to American law, it says right here that Section 2256 is amended by asserting at the end the following paragraphs. Graphic, when used with respect to a depiction of sexually explicit conduct, means that a viewer can observe any part of the genitals of the pubic area of any depicted person or animal during any part of the time that the sexually explicit conduct is being depicted, and the term indistinguishable used with respect to depiction means visually indistinguishable in that the depiction and such that an ordinary person viewing the depiction will conclude that the depiction of an actual minor engaged in sexually explicit content. This definition does not apply to depictions that are drawings, cartoons, sculptures, or painting depicting minors or adults. Let's just say hypothetically that if this law were to be passed in Texas, it would not actually go through. And the main reason why I said that is largely because, like I said earlier, a second ago, that according to federal law, it's actually okay to make depictions of minors and media. And so if they were to modify the law to just refer to AI-generated child porn, I'm not against that. But as of right now, because they actually include cartoons, that will also go after people that also have artistic expression. So that's why I'm basically against this law. But what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section down below. And as always, I'll see you guys next video.